Full three-story house built in the early 1900s, and we actually have, I think it's an 80-foot boom that we're up here with, trying to get access to the chimney. Earlier we were up here and we saw exactly where the nest was, and I informed this gentleman here, Don, that John, that he could cut out a certain section of the chimney, and he did a really good job on that. You can see the beehives exposed right there. Whoa. So he's maneuvering us into place here. It takes a little bit of work with this machine. We've got our bee vac with us, we've got all our tools with us, so hopefully we don't have to make this one trip up here. And once it gets us closer here, we'll be able to start working. And the first thing I'll do is vacuum out what I can see, watching for the queen the whole time. We're hoping to catch her in one of our queen cages. Yeah, I'll watch it here for you. And
wow, if I keep going down, I can go in here now, right?
Yeah, you should be able to go in now. And hopefully we'll be able to get the queen into one of our queen cages. If not, we'll just keep moving along and vacuuming up the bees. We're going to try to get some of the brood in this nuke here and take that with us as well. And then any honey comb that's in there, we'll take that out and we'll stick it in our bucket here. And then we'll make sure we get everything else out of there. Clear over here yet? And once we're done, we will...
Which way do you want me to go?
We will put a screen over the top to keep more bees from coming in.
We need to get closer.
And then,
probably this way, because he'll have to get over there.
You want this whole bucket that way? I got to look out for my corner.
Oh, yeah.
I can get in a little closer that way. You want to be down?
Maybe swing the entire bucket this way.
This way?
Like tip it up.
Yeah, like that.
Okay, watch that corner there.
Okay, you've got about a foot clearance, so you should be okay. And I think it's this one. Yeah.
It makes it sound like it's trying, but it's not hitting.
If you try to reset the switch and do it again, because that's what I had to do yesterday. Sounds like it's trying, but it's not doing it. Maybe if we can just swing the whole thing that way a little bit. Okay, that's probably good. And then if we can just get it moved in so her corner is touching the...
It's doing the waggle
brick.
dance.
You might want to go up a hair.
Up. I'm up, but now you want to drop the whole bucket down a little.
No, just...
I'm gonna get in front of you. Let me know if I'm in your way, John.
You're good. You've got to record more than me, so. They know we're here.
Can I have the queen cage?
Yes.
So I can grab a quick place here.
Is that the square thing?
No, it's in my pocket. Here's the queen cage. And
Oh,
here's
no,
the
the
queen
catcher.
catcher. Okay, you said cage. Here.
Fancy tools with everything. That's good. That's a learning experience.
All right, here we go.
If there's the bees here.
They're about 1/2 inch thick, a couple layers. Down here, there's quite a few.
There you go, Lauren.
Hi, tool.
hard to see with the sun in my eyes. Oh, that's a pretty one. Look at the babies though. Okay. Yeah, they're not laying drones anymore, so. Yikes. We have 3 of them.
There. This is all just honey.
Okay, we'll put this in the bucket. This right here is pollen, bee bread.
Okay.
That's what they feed the babies. Now you might have a few stragglers, but they'll go in there and die because they have no hive. But he's checking, yeah.
Alright, can you guys lift that box up?
Okay.
Okay.
Set it right up on top of the edge.
What?
Set it right up on top of the edge. So you don't have to hold the weight of it.
Okay. I'm pinching it or something.
No, you knock this out. It's okay.
Okay. Oh, worry. Looks like we didn't drop any down your chimney. Looks like we didn't drop any comb down your chimney. That's good.
Well, that's, yeah.
Because it's pretty flammable. Wax.
We don't burn in there.
It's pretty clean. This is good.
Well, he's just getting...
He's getting... What are you getting, Mike? These? This is the bee box, bee vacuum we built. We got a shop vac. And the shop vac sucks into the top of the box. And it has a screened board right here. And this right here is where all the frames are that the bees go to. They get sucked in right here. And then once we're done, we'll unhook that hose and we'll close that cover right there. And the bees won't get out till we get them into their new hive. We've used duct tape to seal all the places air can cause suction to be lower. would say after about 4 days, you shouldn't be seeing.
So there's just a lot of them sitting on the edges, kind of looking around.
Yeah, those foragers that are looking for a place to put their pollen and nectar and water.
Ow.
That's got to go in the bucket.
Yeah.
Can he hand it to you? Okay. Hand that to John, Mike.
It's just empty. Oh, nothing in it.
Oh. I need to put that frame back in the nuke and close it up or they're going to be full of bees.
Okay, I can't see anything there.
Okay, alright.
That's all the hives that are.
Other way. Flip it up. Yeah. Thank you.
Want the cover on?
Yeah, I do. You're gonna have to put that in the box yourself if it's babies. Okay. I mean, we could give it to them later so they have that honey.
Okay, we are finished with the cutout with the from the chimney. We just got home with our homemade bee vacuum box, and we're going to take it apart here and put a feeder in there, and also get the frames that Lori put together that had the brood in it, and we're going to take that and set it inside the hive with them, and then we're also going to give them a frame with a feeder, as a feeder, and give them some 2-to-1 syrup, because when we tore their hive apart, we basically took, you know, all their honey except for a little bit that's in their frames here, so they're going to need a little bit of food. We'll leave them sit for a couple of days after that and just see how they're doing, let them get everything sorted out, and hopefully we'll be able to see the queen. I'm pretty sure we got just about every bee that was in there, so hopefully we'll be able to see her, and we'll get them sorted out, and then we'll have to decide exactly what we do with this hive. It's really late in the year, it's halfway through September, so there's no way that by themselves they're going to be able to make it through the winter. So we'll have to do one of two things. We'll either have to give them a whole bunch of honey from another hive, or just combine them right with another hive that doesn't have a queen and get them set up for the winter. So I will get my suit on, and we'll take this top cover off and screen off and dig in and start to get to work. Now this was a fairly large hive that we cut out of there, but they didn't seem to have a lot of honey. They probably only had 15 or 20 pounds of honey. So I really don't think that was even enough for them to make it through the winter. So it's probably a good thing that we took them out of there to ensure that they have a good home for the winter. This is the homemade bee vacuum box that we built last night just for this occasion. It seemed to work really well. And we'll leave them in here until we decide exactly what we're going to do with all these bees for the winter.
Do you want me to smoke them?
Sure, you can smoke them. I expect they're going to be pretty antsy, seeing as we just sucked them through a vacuum cleaner and put them into a box. So I'm sure there's going to be a lot of flying around. But once we get the frames of brood in there, they should calm down, and they won't leave brood. So once they're in the box and we have the brood in there, I know they'll stay in this hive. Now this is just some 1/8 inch screen. This is the size you have to use to keep the bees from going through it. Any other size they can get through. So you want to give them a little more smoke, Lori? Okay, that's good. That's good.
Oh wow, look at the
There's
bottom.
quite a few bees on there on this outside frame. And I'll keep a lookout for the queen, see if I can spot her. They seem to be in relatively good health. I was worried about whether they would get damaged from the vacuum. It doesn't seem like they have. So I'm going to take 2 of these out of here for now. So we have room for the feeder.
And the brood. We got to take a lot of them out for the brood.
Yeah. Okay, so could I have the smoker, please? There's
Yeah.
a lot of bees on the wall here. I want to kind of get them to go down in there. So
Here.
they're out of the way.
Yeah, they're pretty
The
upset.
feeder. that in there for them right away so they have something to eat.
Before they start going in there.
Because when you pull a hive out like that and take all their food and it's this late in the fall, they'll starve to death in one day if you don't give them something to eat.
If you get the queen, are you going to mark her? I mean, if you find her today.
We might.
I would keep that frame in there. It's one of the frames I would keep in there.
Yeah, I'll keep this frame in there so
Just
they
push
have
it
some
back.
food. Now there is some dead bees down in the bottom. I would say probably about 200 of them, but that's actually fairly decent seeing as I probably sucked up 15,000 bees.
30,000.
Watch down in there for the queen as they...
I would keep that frame in there too.
Alright, now this is some of the frame that Lori cut out. She did a nice job here. There's brood on there, so we'll get these in here. There is some nectar in here as well.
Careful. Do you want a third rubber band on that one?
There's quite a bit of brood on this one. Put that in there.
Oh wow, you should see this side. wind blowing. Oh my gosh. This frame weighs about 40 pounds.
Because that's where all the bees are hanging out.
On the edges, yeah. I think so.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I told you
Yeah.
to.
Oh,
Lay it down
goodness.
gently in case the queen's on there.
Yeah.
Just lay it down for a second. Jeez.
Well, I do not see the queen,
Hang on, let me look and
but
see.
as you can see with so many bees in here right now, she'd be really easy to miss. That's why I want to give them a couple of days to settle down, get up on the frames. They can start drawing them out and taking care of their brood. Then it'll be easier to find.
What about that brood frame?
That's just some honey that I stuck
Okay.
in there for them to eat.
Do we have a top cover?
So I'm going to put an inner cover back in there for these bees. Give them a little smoke to get them off the edges here. Can I have the cover? Now there's a lot of confusion because the bees really don't know how to get in and out of their home right now. I'm closing the entrance pretty small right now, so only one or two bees can get out at a time. I don't want there to be a lot of robbing going on right now because in my backyard, a couple hundred yards from here, I have 15 hives or so that are fairly large. So I want just a small hole here so that they can defend that nest. Yeah, they can get in and out of there good. And they'll all eventually learn where their front entrance is. And like I said, in a couple of days, break back into this hive and take a good look at actually how they're doing. It did look like a fairly disease-free brood nest. I didn't see any problems, which is another reason I try to keep them away from my other bees a little bit, just in case there is some type of disease or problem with these bees, then they're away from the other ones and they won't spread anything. But like I said, it looked like the brood was in really good shape. I didn't see any hive beetles or anything like that when we were cleaning it out. So we'll give you an update in a week or two on how everything went with this hive and exactly what we're going to do with it. Thanks.